Let's bring in Jordan Reid, bestselling author and founding editor of the Substack Ramshackle Glam, where she writes about parenting and more. Okay, Jordan, tell us the problem here with tweens and Halloween.
You guys are cracking me up with the group costumes. It's the bane of my existence too. Miserable. So when it comes to tweens, it is less about the costumes, of course, and more about what they represent, right? So tweens are in this moment where the QT costumes are to, little kid, and they're not quite ready, or we're not quite ready for them to wear the more grown-up costumes that they're seeing online. And so Halloween becomes this like flashpoint for identity questions that they're already wrestling with, like, who am I? How do I fit in? How do I want people to perceive me? And all of a sudden it's like less I want to look like Moana and more I want to look like I belong.
Why is this so stressful though? Then, okay, get costumes that coordinate.
Oh, well, it feels like no matter what you do as a parent, you're doing it wrong. If you say no to the potentially, age inappropriate outfit, you're overprotective. If you say yes, you're that parent. And then, as you guys were discussing, you add on that social pressure of friend groups, group costumes, parties, and all of a sudden you're not just negotiating a costume, you're negotiating autonomy and safety and belonging, and it's all at once, and it's a lot. It's not just a costume.
Oh man, how does social media factor in here, as it seemingly always does?
Oh, I mean, of course it amplifies everything, and kids are scrolling through 24/7 all of these perfectly curated group pictures, and they feel like there's, they have to live up to this standard. And parents, I think, are feeling that too. Every parent wants to give their kid the Halloween of their dreams, but what if those dreams are unrealistic or unaffordable or age inappropriate? And social media, it kind of turns what used to be like a fun neighborhood night out into what feels like a competitive Instagram event.
Gosh, you're so right. Why is social media ruining this for everyone? Send your kids out with a pillowcase. Okay, do this the way we did. Get a pillowcase and put a sheet over your head and draw some, cut some eye holes and head on out, kids. I mean,
you know what
that
I was
about
when I was little?
how it was.
I was a house.
What?
I put a cardboard box on and I was a house.
That's awesome. I went one day as a pajama girl and just wore pajamas. I mean, I really took some of these. Yeah, do that. Dave, I feel like you're closer to this than we are because you have a younger kid. Are you noticing any of this?
Oh yeah, every year I see this, except, boys don't really play along. They don't wear any costume. So it's really just girls that I'm seeing. Is that right, Jordan?
Yeah, basically. My son is 14 and he hasn't dressed up for a couple of years. My daughter's 11 and it's amping up. Like it's just every year, like you said, it's more of a stressor, frankly.
My daughter is a sophomore in college and still dressing up with her friends, and I love that. Girls are so much more
dressing
fun and so much more spirit. Oh man!
So your son's not fun, is what you're saying?
No, boys. Listen, they're just. I don't know. They don't play along as much.
Were you dressing up at how old's your son? 14.
My son is 17. No,
Were you dressing up at 17?
No, I don't. No. But Jordan's point, like they stop when they're like 13.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Anyway, Jordan, what are you dressing up as?
I am going to be the Joker in a group costume with my best friend. Like we're both dressing up as the Joker.
Keeping it real. That's great, Jordan, because I mean, that's the group costumes are all the rage. Guys, I was just with a 13-year-old this past weekend visiting friends, and she was describing the stress of this because she went to 2 different schools. So she wants to go with her old friends from one school, her new friends with one school, but there's obviously a divide between which group costume they're going to be and which one she should go with. Group costumes, I mean, it's fun. It is fun because there's a feeling of you're all in it together, but it does complicate it, Jordan.
It does. And sometimes you might not think it's age appropriate or there's things can be very expensive. And I think, it's more difficult with the group costumes, but with kids, you can kind of stay curious about why they want to wear a certain thing. You don't say no. You say, well, what do you like about this? What does this make you feel like? And if you keep that line of communication open, you can approach the conversation in a way that doesn't make them feel shameful and doesn't make them feel silly. And it doesn't make them feel like they can't talk to you about the stuff that they're genuinely interested in.
That's good. Ask questions. That's great, Jordan. Thank you very much.